Hello, this is Wayne from Grid Square Games coming to you loud and proud from Houston, Texas. This is my breakdown level 99 Year 1 Survival Edition first look. Unfortunately, this is a voiceover because after I finished recording the whole episode, I went to render the video and realized for some reason I had no sound. My microphone was not working for some reason, but this is my original breakout, my first look, so you can't really change the first look. So I decided to do a voiceover instead of scrapping it and starting over or just picking up where I left off after I already made it to my camp. So this is my footage of starting off in the RV, looking for a vehicle, and making my way towards McCready's farmhouse. So I'm just basically getting loaded up to make the run for it and try to find a vehicle and get to my house. And I was just curious. I started out on level 99, or I loaded my old save from level 99 just because I wanted to see how bad it was. I kind of was really expecting to just die right off just from some of the things I'd been hearing about how difficult it was. And it's definitely a pretty fun little run from here to find a vehicle. And the level of special infected are uh, mostly what I'm fighting throughout the whole video. And that's my first legit kill other than the bloater. And we're just going to keep cupcaking it up, slowly making our way to find us a vehicle. And you may or may not have noticed when I first loaded the screen up, because I did originally comment on this, before on breakdown, you always started off with 25 construction materials. Well, when I started off this time, I had 0. So not only do I have to find a car, but I also have to find enough construction materials just to move into a house. And this is, I guess, well, I've only killed like 2 regular zombies. Everything's been special infected. And this would have been much better on my original playthrough. It's a little easier to comment appropriately when you're actually doing it while you're playing. But like I said, this is a voiceover. It's my original first look, so I want it to be my original first look. So it's going to be really a no frills kind of video. It's not going to have a bunch of my special added text words and all that. It's just what it is, a first look video on my breakout getting from here to my homestead. I guess I bobbed when I should have weaved on that feral. But he did now. I'm going to cupcake it up and run some more. And I didn't get lucky and find a vehicle anywhere near my home camp. Now, there's probably one up near Mount Tanner. Who knows? Sometimes there's one that way. If you don't get one in this tunnel, though, the next place you usually get a vehicle is at the first little convenience store we come up to. So far we've had 2 ferals, and now we're about to have our juggernaut, who's winning the sprint so far. He just did the 40 in about 3 seconds, look like. play Ring Around the Rosie on this pole. My man Damien here is kind of taking a little bit of a beating. But we just straight up going toe to toe with the fat boy. We ain't playing around. That's pretty much, if you've watched any of my videos, I at least see a car and another fat boy. There's definitely no shortage of fat boys. And now a feral. That sounds like a good time to bail. And run over him with my nice wood paneled station wagon. And I was kind of hoping that I would get one of the brand new shiny vehicles. But hey, the station wagon's a vehicle. I can still put stuff in it, and that's the most important part. That I don't have to try to run back. There's a wall there, buddy. It's actually kind of funny watching my video. I usually watch my videos several times because I add stuff to them. But it's kind of funny having recorded this yesterday. I planned on posting it last night, but then I noticed I had no sound, and I already had to work today, so I couldn't stay up all night. But it is kind of funny watching it for a second time. The voiceovers are always kind of funny. They're not really as good of a broadcast as the original, but nonetheless the gameplay's the same. Yeah, shut up. And pop. And pop. And you can see SWAT Army Zeds and Special Infected. That's pretty much, we've killed a handful of regular zombies, and that's it. And I believe I'm going to come over here to this other construction site and try to grab a few more materials before I leave. And so far I mean, other than the couple of ferals, I saw, 3 ferals on the way getting here. A couple juggernauts. I was thinking it was kind of laid back. It didn't seem like it was as tough as it should be, but the action definitely ramps up. At one point, coming up not too long from now, there's more zombies than I could actually count. I don't even know how many there were in the screen at one time. But I got enough to move and get started on working on my base camp. So right after I drop this off, and you'll see that I had 0 materials. I think I had 5 food or something like that, and that was it. And the worst, that's feral number 4. The worst part of this animation, when I recorded this, my main character that I played through the entire breakdown campaign with. When I ported the game over, he was killed off in the simulation. He was dead. It just gave me a message that he was dead. So that kind of sucks. So I ended up having to bring Mickey Wilkerson with me to fill that 6th spot. So I pretty much have mostly non-heroes, I think, in my camp, except for Mickey. Everyone else is just regular old canned survivor. I think I got a few powerhouses, and at least 2 reflexive or nimble characters. And for some reason, I also couldn't get my rucksacks out of here, so I have to unload them manually. But you can see, yeah, it started off with a little food and some meds, and that was it for some reason. And I had to cheese unload the station wagon. And throw me some fuel to set up some traps later. And now we're headed off to hole up at the McCready's farm. And I don't need as many fireworks now since I survived the running and finding a vehicle. But I did use quite a few of my meds. Come on, Damon, buddy. Alright, this will be our snack wagon later on. I normally, if I drive this vehicle too long, I'll wreck it because it handles worse than the old school muscle car. Generally, if I drive this vehicle for too long, I will end up on my roof. And I'm not even certain if I even found a new vehicle at all in this whole little first look. And we're just tooling our way back towards McCready's. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? I can't even drive around a simple obstruction in the road without almost wrecking this vehicle. And I think right when I come around this corner is where I start seeing a whole bunch of that. I don't know if they all just spawned right when I came in the area. I'm kind of looking around for any kind of vehicle. And there I go, almost wrecking the station wagon again. Nothing but junk. Nothing but junk. And the place is empty. Fat boy down. And this is where something I heard Lou Kaz mention about the 2 juggernauts side by side. He was talking about how he had 2 of them run into each other. I've been trying to do that for hours on end in the old State of Decay, trying to get 2 juggernauts to run into each other. But for some reason or another, one of them would always lose aggro and just leave me alone. But it looks like that's a very hopeful uh, possibility in the future is to have two juggernauts run into each other, which is pretty sweet. It's one of my goals. I'm gonna make it happen on video somehow. But right now I'm moving into my house. I'm getting set up. And I do have to admit, on my first look through the new UI, it's kind of a little weird. It's not that I don't like it, I'm just not used to it. I'm used to the graphics on the old one. Welcome to our farmhouse. So it was a little interesting kind of getting used to how all that worked. I mean, it's definitely a lot more simpler than the original one. It's just the graphics on all of your items don't look exactly the same as they did before. So this is a little bit of a learning curve to learn that, but and the barn's empty, so it'll just be an outpost pretty much. And I gotta do some Z clearing. Dead. Dead. Loving some blood splatter. And I think I go for a stealth kill right here. You did. Alright, set up the outpost. We got some survivors in trouble somewhere, Lily said. And we got our one and only trap set up to protect our home. That's pretty much it. Oh, that's right. It was clear infestation. That's what it was. I was thinking it was survivors in trouble, but it's actually clear infestation. And we're going to bypass the survey for now. I think I end up accidentally queuing that mission, so I did have to do it. And I'm going to stock up on some meds because I don't know what I'm about to get into. But Damon, he's, of course, you saw his ninja ability sneaking up on things. He's one of my good breakout characters just because if I run out of snacks or something, I can usually still manage to get away with him. Some of my other characters, I mean, I do breakout with any of my characters. It doesn't matter. I just really liked him because I felt if level 99 on Year 1 Survival Edition was going to be massively difficult, I had a really good chance of surviving with him without getting him killed. And these people are not where I originally thought they were, so I kind of take a roundabout way getting over close to them. And I guess this is how I stream up the big line of zombies, because that screamer started yelling his head off. And then of course I'm driving around everywhere stirring up even more Zeds in my vehicle. I was thinking they were at that house when I originally looked at the map, but they're over here by the combine or the trailer or whatever this thing is. And another screamer yelling. So this is where it all starts getting really fun. Here's the people we're supposed to help out. And he's instantly down by a feral. And I actually really like this guy with the Red Skull shirt. And there you go. Gotta run out, snack up, throw me a little diversion, try to help these people out to keep them from getting killed. Farrell's still not dead. Now he is. So is the waitress. So is the plaid shirt Zedneck. Come on, boys. I done killed more than y'all have in the several minutes y'all been fighting. Of course, you got a hatchet and a pipe, too, so. Alright, we pretty much lay waste to these Zeds, but you see over in the near future, or just out of my screen, you saw it briefly, is another big, huge swarm where I threw that firework. And then we got a SWAT zombie over here just standing, refusing to die. That's my cool red shirt guy. Red skull shirt guy. We're gonna take a screenshot with the undead SWAT Zed just standing there. And then while I got these guys here, I'm gonna go ahead and try to scrounge me up some more stuff. And you can just see the Zeds congregating on every side of us. We're like, hello, let's get this stuff in the station wagon and get out of Dodge. But it's already too late. Yeah, we'll give you a hand, buddy. Quit getting in trouble. And we got us a bloater incoming. Snacking up, saving the locals some more, popping the bloater. Getting our supplies in the station wagon. And our infestation we need to clear is right up here in this little warehouse. And I'm kind of getting in a position to try to block the door and kind of clear some of this excess trash on the outside. But pretty much everywhere you drive, you just keep swarming in more and more and more Zeds. So I decided I was going to clear the infestation a different way. I threw a firework over here, and look at all these Zeds. Infestation cleared. Nice meeting you folks. And then I'm going to swing over here by the fence line and see where they live. And fortunately they live close by. The infestation's cleared, so I'm going to hustle in here, see what kind of items they have. I'm mainly looking for food. I looted a backpack I didn't need, and there's my food. And nothing else, pretty much. Some bullets. And I'm gonna swing back around the fence and go check out the locals. And for my first look, loading up State of Decay. Damn, Feral just took my door off for some reason. The game is definitely graphically much better. It looks really nice. Um, this is where I accidentally queue the freaking survey mission by trying to avoid that bloater. So now I'm stuck in the mission. I won't queue up anything else until I take care of all this. Come on, Damon, you getting gnawed on a little bit. Eat you some meds. Eat you a cupcake. And then kill some more Zeds. These people just won't ever line up for a sweep, so and then all of this confusion, I ended up losing sight of the bloater. Didn't even know where he went. Seemed like we have way more waitress zombies in the game than we have restaurants. So I'm gonna run up here and do a real quick survey, check out the lay of the land. The orchard, campsite, all standard stuff. The neighbors. One bloater, juggernaut. There's the other bloater that I couldn't find, or that I lost track of. And I'm about to test out this draw distance. Look at that bloater way out there in the distance. Takes me a few shots, but bloater dead. That's way farther than I could shoot before, so I think that was pretty impressive. Alright, we're done with the survey. We gotta come down here and take care of this other bloater. And when I'm living in McCready's, you only really have the one safety zone of your house. Around your house, the one outpost you can set up. So I set up outposts just at all of these nearby barns. It does help a small amount with hordes. Just that happen to be roaming through the area, it will thin some of them out. Howdy, neighbors. That one mission got us over halfway of the trust bar. Got us some good epic blood splatter. They pretty much don't have anything but some expensive meds in their locker. I'm gonna run over here and outpost this barn real quick. I think this whole time I've been running around, I've seen one other vehicle, the little blue sedan. Oh yeah, our first snag. Our infirmary's already needing something. Eat you a cupcake, Damon. Find this little rifle. Bullets that I don't really need. But I never know if I'm going to find anything else, so I just loot and delete as needed. There's nothing else in here anyway. And there's my second outpost. And see, there's a horde on the map, you can see I didn't exactly have the outpost set up quick enough to get them, so we just gonna kill them ourselves. Yeah, let's play schoolyard games and leapfrog our way out of it. Need her face. You dead. You dead. Another waitress dead. Couple little laggers on to the horde. You dead. And I'm overweight again, so I think I go sell all this stuff to the neighbors. Just check this local area. I think I checked this, and I believe I checked the orchard as well. And that's one of the things that was allegedly repaired in the patch today. You may or may not have saw it because it happened fairly quickly, but I just looted some ammo out of a construction crate. But allegedly that was fixed today in a patch, so hopefully in the future that doesn't happen, because I was kind of surprised yesterday when I pulled ammo out of a construction crate. And as you can see, it's definitely everywhere I stop the vehicle, the Zeds pretty much just don't stop coming. And I almost made it through the episode without getting down. Pop me a mid and a cupcake. Circle back around. Lay waste to some Zeds. All the more, even more keep piling on. And now we got us a screamer joining the party. Yeah, shut up, screamer. Pop a mid, cupcake. Kill the SWAT Zed. Take care of the knucklehead screamer. Pop. Done deal. Pop on the bloater. Pop on another screamer. And that's bring me up to something else. I don't even think I have it on video right at the end. Right at the very end of my episode, I happened to kill. I'm like, this is Wayne from GSG, I'm signing off. And I think I stopped my recording, I'll know shortly, but I killed this screamer right outside of McCready's farmhouse, and I happened to unlock Sasquatch, because apparently I had killed 10 screamers. And unlike before, this is my first look. I really haven't played that much. So, unlike before, when you unlocked a hero, you had to go find them and basically rescue them. But the second I killed the screamer, Sasquatch just spawned basically right where the screamer was. And of course, the screamer attracted more Zeds, but I mean, I was already at my campsite. We kill Sasquatch and I kill all of the Zeds that the screamer pretty much summoned to the area, and then that was the end of the video. But this is pretty much it. I'm not 100% certain if I had this on video or not, because I know I was saying, hey, I'm done. This is Wayne. Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to have it. The video's about to end, but this is my first look. I was pleased by everything I did in the gameplay. The Z activity was fun. It was definitely intense. The graphics were awesome, exactly what I was expecting. So that's pretty much my first look. More videos coming soon. This is Wayne from GSG, coming to you loud and proud from Houston, Texas. I'll see you soon.